A job where speed is needed. The trailers of course are fitted with brakes now so that they are linked to the tractor brakes, and as you can see they can certainly hammer on. People sometimes wonder, they go down a country lane and they report seeing all these maniacs rushing around with trailers. And quite rightly, they don't know what's going on, but this is the winter feed being conserved. The drivers of course keep in touch by CB radio, so they know where each tractor trailer combination is, so they're not going to meet on a narrow bit of lane like this. But it can be a bit disconcerting for somebody just out for a quiet Sunday drive to meet an outfit like this hurtling along. They're hard at work right in their production process, so it's not surprising that drivers are pressing on. You'll notice of course signalling equipment fitted on the trailers, stop lights, and then of course once they get into the barn, this is where the silage is going to be stored. Having arrived with the trailer, the tractor driver's most urgent job is to get the load off. That wheel spin of course is because with the tip trailer a lot of the weight's off the back wheels of the tractor, and you don't use four-wheel drive when you're on road work with trailers. It's all very well he's tipping the load off, and just watch that shelter on the top. If that weather brake is too low, so he's got to drop the trailer in time to miss it. Next stage of course is getting the material into the silo. This is actually what's called second cut. The crop's been cut once and it's now being cut for the second time in July 1999, and the grass is being pushed up there. The loader's got two jobs actually. One is to stack the load up, and you can see the push off action there to push the grass off, but just as important is the compressing part of the job, to get the material as tight as possible, because you've got to get as much air out as you can, because that is where the spoilage comes from. So that's pretty busy in there. The atmosphere is steamy because you've got the warmth, you've got the machines working in there. This is what's called a pivot steer machine. You can see the pivoting action, you'll see the hydraulic ram that actually bends the machine in the middle. It has the great advantage that the driver can see what he's doing, and because the two axles are working around a common radius, the wheels are following the same line, and it makes a very effective design when it's working on grass like this. Twin wheels at the load carrying end to spread the weight. And there's another load in and tipped. That farm master, it's a JCB, is working hard. And that's another trailer load in. And you can see the drawbar got almost no weight on the back wheels again, because of course that grass makes the concrete pretty slippery as well, because there's quite a lot of moisture in the grass even though it's been wilted. And then it's get that load down and again clear the weather barrier at the top. Minus marks if you hit that. Incidentally, if you wonder how we're getting these shots, I'll let you into a secret. John Wildy's not just a video producer, he's also a milk producer, and he's actually a partner in this 350-acre farm. But now we're having a look at the neighbours at work to provide a contrast. This is the JF Forager, and this would actually be a high output machine of a few years ago, but now it's trailer hauled, and this means that as an alternative the farmer can be self-sufficient with his own machine. And again, that highlights why trees are not an unmitigated advantage in the middle of a field, because it makes it very awkward using this big machinery. But here the tractor's driving both the forage harvester and pulling the trailer. Now that cuts the number of people needed down, but it does actually mean that output is a bit slower, but even so that's a pretty respectable output. And again, the material's being picked up and chopped and rammed back into the trailer. Means the tractor driver's got another problem, because he's got to follow that trailer when he goes round a corner and keep the spout pointing into the trailer. More importantly, he hasn't got anybody else to blame if he misses the trailer. Now it's a case of backing out of the work, drop the trailer off and wait for the next trailer to couple up. And here it is, running a little bit behind schedule. So again, there's another possible delay, but on the other hand, the trailer is set down immediately behind the forage harvester so that it's easy to couple up. This is where the pickup hitch comes in useful. A big hook, hydraulically operated, is mounted on the forager that couples onto the trailer, very much in the same way as the tractor is going to couple onto that other trailer in a minute to take it back to the farm. Now again, you've got the outfit, tractor, forage harvester and trailer. There's the pickup hitch picking up the trailer. Cab window being closed, having opened it to get a better view of the hitch. And away he goes. These are what are called monocoque trailers. The bodywork, the sides are not folding down, and there's an automatic tailgate. You'll see how that works in a moment. You can actually see a linkage mechanism from the bottom of the tailgate, and as the trailer goes up, the effect of that linkage is such that the gate rises up a bit like a portcullis to leave a clear opening for the grass to come out. And again, a block of grass dropped off. These improvements have all come over a period, and each one helps the job on. A new machine at work handling the grass. This is the Merlot, an Italian designed handler, particularly low centre of gravity on it, and again all four wheels driven so that it's got the ability to climb the silage pit easily. This is a boom loader. The boom can actually be lengthened to push out, and you see that it's going out there into the grass. Another load picked up. You see how the push-off action is being used to spread it fairly thinly. The good thing about that is it means the driver can get more compression onto the grass to get the air out again. Incidentally, in the background you can see the tyres used to protect the last of the previous year's silage, and again behind another silage pile of tyres. Transmission design is important on machines like this. With the hydrostatic drive you can go up nice and slowly, and you've still got controlled power there. That's the Bill Bennett folding hitch on the back. There's a tow hitch on that Merlot, but it's actually swung out of the way through 90 degrees so it doesn't dig into the grass when it's being used on the pit. A useful bite that's far more than the old tractor buck rakes used to take.